All right, everybody, this is Mr. C of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. Time for seniors and special needs. It is time for your music lesson today. And if you know Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy jingle, please sing along. Here we go. Time for school, time for music, time to learn together, we can do it. Learning is fun, Mr. C. And learning is fun, everybody. Welcome once again, special needs and seniors. Welcome to your music session. So now today we are going to do our hymnal, which is Deeper, Deeper. Okay, if you would like to have the lyrics handy, our direct care workers to help our friends out, to please go on to Google on your phone, tablet, or just another part of the computer, another page on the computer, and type in on the Google search engine Deeper, Deeper, and the word lyrics, and that hymnal will come up right away. Okay, so it is that time. We'll do some stretching first before we do our hymnal, but then after that, the core of our lesson today, folks, the core of our lesson is about mariachi music. It's authentic Mexican music, okay? And I decided to do this because, I had a wonderful trip to during spring break. I had a wonderful trip to El Paso, Texas, where it's right next to Mexico. And not only that, and I got to be steeped in a lot of Mexican culture because there's a lot of people of Mexican descent who are living right there in El Paso, Texas. It's basically a stone throws away. And so I was able to learn a little bit more about Mexican culture and mariachi music as it pertains to that. And not only that, everybody, tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, so a lot of people probably are celebrating. It'd be good to know a lot about, the history and the independence of Mexico from Spain when it comes to that. But mariachi music definitely plays culturally, as far as music is concerned, definitely plays a role in that. Okay, but let's get stretching first, folks. Okay, everybody, let's sit up nice and straight. And everybody reach up into the sky as high as you can. Reach as high as you can. That doesn't mean try to reach past your point. If you can go up to here, that's fine, okay? But reach as high as you can. And now everybody bring it down and start rolling the shoulders back. And feel that nice massage, okay? Everybody now roll them forward. Great. Now everybody rotate the necks, okay, as much as you can. Don't overdo it. And definitely do not go fast. Very slow and controlled. All right, ladies and gentlemen, go in the other direction. There you go, my friends. Great. Now everybody look all the way up. And look all the way down. And look all the way to your right. And all the way to your left. And tilt your heads to the right. Tilt your head to the left. And shrug and hold. Shrug and hold, kind of like you're saying, hey, I don't know. I'm just here. I don't know. And drop your shoulders. Once again, shrug and hold. Hey, I just work here. I don't know. Okay, and drop. And everybody put your arms in front of you and start opening and closing your hands. There you go. Open and close your hands. And now squeeze those fists. Squeeze them tight, tight, tight. Keep squeezing. And shake it out a little bit. And now let's rotate our wrists inward, guys. Rotate them in. Great. Go in the other direction. Ooh, feel that. Very nice. Okay, now everybody keep going in that same direction, but this time with elbows and wrists. Rotate those elbows and wrists. And let's go in the other direction, everybody. Rotate elbows and wrists inward. Great. Now shake it out a little bit. Shake it out. Great. All right, everybody take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath out. Once again, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Okay, we are set to go. So now grab those lyrics handy of Deeper, Deeper. This song, this hymnal I've done some time ago. And I love doing this on Sundays with my family. Deeper, Deeper, being totally immersed in the love of Jesus Christ, learning more from his word, the Bible, and this wonderful song is such a wonderful reminder of how much deeper we want to be, how much closer we want to be to God. And so, join me, guys, in singing this song. Have those lyrics handy, and let's sing together, Deeper, Deeper. me go higher, higher in the school of wisdom, more of grace to know. Oh, deeper yet I pray, and higher every day, and wiser, blessed Lord, in thy precious holy word. Deeper, deeper, blessed Holy Spirit, take me deeper still, till my life is wholly lost in Jesus and his perfect will. Oh, deeper yet I pray, and higher every day, and wiser, blessed Lord, in thy precious holy word. Deeper, deeper, though it cost hard trials, deeper let me go. Rooted in the holy love of Jesus, let me fruitful grow. Oh, deeper yet I pray, and higher every day, and wiser, blessed Lord, in thy precious holy word. Deeper, higher every day in Jesus, till all conflict past finds me conqueror and in his own image perfected at last. Oh, deeper yet I pray, and higher every day, and wiser, blessed Lord, in thy precious holy word. Deeper, deeper in the faith of Jesus, holy faith and true. In his power, soul exalting wisdom, let me peace pursue. Oh, deeper yet I pray, and higher every day, and wiser, blessed Lord, in thy precious holy word. And that was Deeper, Deeper. Give yourselves a nice round of applause if you were able to follow along with that. Okay, great job, everybody. If you had a little difficulty singing Deeper, Deeper, then you know what to do, guys. Just go back to the video, have those lyrics handy, and replay it and practice. Practice and repetition. As you can see, I probably could have used a little more practice myself. I kind of stumbled a little bit myself, but it goes to show you that we are not all perfect, guys. And even when you have it down, when you have the song down, don't expect might happen, and that's that's all a part of life, and that's okay. That's okay when we don't have everything perfect, okay, as you all know. But great job, guys. That was Deeper, Deeper, once again. And so now it is time for our lesson. Just want to remind Patreon members, at some point this week, we'll be having a nice worksheet to talk about mariachi music, okay? And those who are non-Patreon members, if you're not a Patreon member, through patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, there will be a free link, okay, where you can copy and paste onto the URL, and you will have access to a free sample worksheet of this lesson. Okay, so this way, in case you are curious about what's being a Patreon member like, what is it about these worksheets that'll help further our learning, and that's exactly what it does. It helps further our learning. If you are interested into finding out what kind of worksheets, but never really got a chance, maybe you're a little timid about going into Patreon and becoming a member, and you really want to find out what that's about, then click again in the details below. You will find the link. All you have to do is copy and paste it to the URL, and you will have instant access to our free sample worksheet. And if you like that, go on to patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, and for only $1, you can become a member of Mr. C of the Academy. Okay. All right. So let's get right to it, everybody. Here we go. we're going to talk about mariachi music. Try to say that, mariachi music. Okay, now mariachi music, okay, is really known as the Mexican cowboy music. Okay, because it was done in the country. Okay, Mexican country music for the most part. Okay, has a lot of Spanish from Spain influence. Okay, when it comes to that, but at the same time, it's authentic. It's pure Mexican music. It's its own style, which differs from a lot of other Spanish music, because let's face it, guys, not all Spanish music is created equal. Okay, for instance, my parents happen to be from Ecuador. Okay, I grew up in the United States, but my parents happen to be from Ecuador, and they taught me Spanish, and they taught me a lot about different styles of Spanish music. Okay, from different other Spanish-speaking countries. Okay, including a little bit about mariachi music. But like I said before, I got to learn a little bit more when I went to El Paso, Texas, being that the majority of people that are living there is from Mexico, because it's right next to each other. For instance, did you know that mariachi music it started in the 18th century? Okay, it's 300 years old. Okay, so it's pretty old, but it didn't start to actually get its popularity until about the 20th century, when the radio was invented. And so once it started to get some radio airplay in Mexico, and and into the United States, it started to gain a little popularity. Okay, so that's mariachi music. And just so you know, there are different styles, sub-styles of mariachi music. There's cumbia, there's ranchera, there's baladas, okay, there's valses, which is like waltzes, okay, and baladas, by the way, meaning ballads, okay. There's about 15 different kinds of mariachi music, and all its own styles. So really, mariachi music is kind of broad. It's very broad in a sense, okay. Now, here's the really cool part. You're going to actually, I'm going to see if I can bring it up on my tablet over here, and be able to see maybe just some pictures of mariachi music, and or I should say the mariachi outfits. Okay, let me see if I can bring those up for you guys. Hopefully you can get a good look at that. Here we go. Come on. All right. Mariachi. The first thing I really want to show, the one thing I'm very excited about, is I want to show you mariachi instruments. I want to show you what's involved in the mariachi band as far as the instruments are concerned. Of course, this has to go slow. Okay. All right, perfection. Here we go. So typically, let me see if I can do a nice view of this. Okay, there we go. So typically, take a good look. I could do it at a distance. If I bring it any closer, of course, it's going to show a big glare. Okay, so at least this is kind of glowing, But right under here, some of the instruments we will recognize. Okay, some of the instruments we will recognize, like down here, we have a trumpet. Okay, so we've seen trumpets before. Okay, we have violins. They use violins in mariachi band. Okay, violins are 4 strings with a bow, of course, and of course the trumpet is a brass instrument with the bell. You've seen it before in jazz and in other types of music. But they use the violin and the trumpet. In Spanish, you can pronounce it as la trompeta. The trumpet is trompeta. Why don't you try to say that? Trompeta. And the violin is violin. Try to say that, guys. Violin. Okay? And then, of course, right over here, right above it, you have the guitar. You have that's a typical, that's probably most of you expected mariachi music to have a guitar. Okay? In Spanish, you can pronounce it as guitarra. Everybody try that. Guitarra. Okay? But now we have 3 other types of string instruments. One you already know, which is the harp. Okay? In Spanish, it's pronounced harpa. Okay? Why don't you try that, guys? Harpa. And as you expect, it's huge. Okay, with many strings. It stands upright, and they pluck them like this. Okay, but many people don't actually always know that the harp is a staple of mariachi music. But yes, they do use that. But now we turn our attention over to 2 different string instruments. Okay, which look sort of like they look kind of like the guitar that you see me pointing to. Okay, they look kind of like the guitar, but it's a little different. Okay, and here's how. First of all, the guitar has 6 strings. Okay, it's a mid-sized type of instrument. And so it has a middle range. Because it's a mid-size, it has a middle range. Not too high, not too low range, but it stays kind of in the middle. In comparison to, let's go all the way to the one over here that I'm pointing at. This is known as the vihuela. It's spelled V-I-H-U-E-L-A. Vihuela. Try to say that, guys. Vihuela. Okay, now the vihuela looks a tad smaller than the guitar, which is true. It's not just the image here. It actually is a little bit smaller than the guitar, okay? And because of its size, it also creates a higher range of notes, okay? So in other words, those strings are going to sound much higher than the guitar itself, than the guitarra, okay? And not only that, the vihuela is made up of 5 strings, guys. 5 strings, okay, as opposed to the 6 on a regular guitar, okay? So the vihuela, again, try to say that again, vihuela, okay, that is a 5-string guitar. Also, if you notice kind of the backing to it, I think you can kind of see the backing to it is a little bit dome-shaped, okay? And the reason they do it dome-shaped is because if it was a flat shape like the guitar, then you wouldn't hear the high strings as much. It wouldn't be as audible or resonant. So they dome the back of that small vihuela so that those high strings can kind of pop out when you're here. They can definitely be heard, okay, when you're hearing a performance in mariachi music. But now look at this big one in the middle. Let's go to this big mamma jamma right over here, okay? This is known as the guitarrón. Everybody say that, guitarrón. And because of its size, because of its huge size, it creates a lower sound of range. You can basically compare the guitarrón to kind of like an upright bass a little bit, except the upright bass has 4 strings, but the guitarrón is like the regular guitarra. It's like the guitar, which is 6 strings, okay? Now, that's the similarity that the guitarrón has to the guitar. They have the same amount of strings, which is 6, okay? But of course, what's different from them is the size and the range. Guitarrón, again, is the lower range, okay, and it's bigger than the guitarra and even bigger than the vihuela. But here's how they're similar to the vihuela. I said that the vihuela has a dome shape in the back. Well, look at the thick back to the guitarrón. It's got a big thick back as well. It's dome shaped in the back of that to produce a huge. Even though it's low, if it was flat like the guitar, wouldn't be heard. It wouldn't be as audible. It wouldn't be heard as much. But they dome the shape in the back so that it can be heard very strongly. Okay. So basically, in the strings, you have that difference between the high of the vihuela, the middle of the guitarra, and the low of the guitarrón. Okay. So that's the idea. And then, of course, you have the harp, which the harp really encompasses all their ranges all in one. The reason why they incorporate the harp, the harpa, is because it has a different sound, a different timbre, if you will, which is a musical term for, just different quality of sound. It's got a different quality of sound to the strings than they do with all 3 of those other stringed instruments, okay? So, meet the mariachi instruments. These are the instruments. Again, say it with me. Trumpet, trompeta. Violin, violin. Harp, harpa. Guitar, guitarra. Vihuela, and guitarrón. Okay? So those are the typical instruments of a mariachi band. Okay? Now, here's what else I want to show you guys. I want to definitely show you the outfits. Okay, this is a very good picture. Here we go. Everybody take a look. Oh, let me see if I can back it up a little bit. Not the best. Again, just a lot of light. I know I need the light, but at the same time, I wish you guys could see it a little better. Okay, this is kind of better. I just kind of get away from the light. But notice, look, the guy in the middle, he has that big, huge guitarrón. There it is, okay? We have the one all the way on this end over here with the violin. And let me get a good look over here. The trompeta player is right over here next to him. Past the guitarrón, you have the vihuela, that that little miniature guitar there, vihuela, and then over on the very end, the guitarra, the regular guitar. They are all, I don't know if you can tell, but they are all wearing these black suits with these tassels, okay, very fancy, and they look like, with these red sashes too, they very much look like Mexican cowboys for the most part, especially with the sombreros on their heads, okay? And the sombreros are meant to the sombreros are meant to cover them. They invented that huge hat because, hey, in Mexico, you get lots of sun. You get lots of sun there, and you want to keep the sun out of your eyes. It's their way of keeping cool. Okay, it's portable shade. That's basically what it is. So that is typically what you see Mexican, I should say mariachi band. That's the way they look. But here's another really interesting thing about mariachi singers, okay? In a regular band, you will usually have one person as a lead singer, okay? And maybe you have some of the other instrumentalists, if they can help it, might sing a little bit of backup, okay? But for the most part, you have one lead singer in other bands, okay? Not so with the mariachi. With mariachi players, they both play instruments and they all sing. So in other words, there's no such thing as one lead singer in mariachi. There's many lead singers, okay? All of them are singers. Sometimes they will come together and sing at the same time, kind of as the chorus, and then they will take turns in a vocal solo, okay? They will sing their own little solo and they will take turns doing it, but every single person in a mariachi band is the lead singer. That's the one thing that's another thing that you're going to find very different from other bands when it comes to mariachi. Okay, so I have a couple of I have a sample of mariachi music. This one's called Fiesta de la Vida by Aaron Kenny. Okay, so you get to hear a sample. This is going to be instrumental, won't be vocal, but this is instrumental. Okay, and I want you guys to take a listen to this for a little bit. Okay, and here, and you might have heard music like this already, but you get to see that again, that uniqueness. Hear the uniqueness when it comes to mariachi music. So here we go. This is again Fiesta de la Vida by Aaron Kenny. So right away you hear those strings, the guitar, the guitarrón, that higher sound right there, that's the vihuela right there. And really, the guitar and the guitarrón are more or less playing rhythm. Now, this is more modern mariachi, so they've added now the xylophone. They've added the xylophone there to add a little bit more to that, which is not a typical thing in mariachi music, but that is what they have going. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pause that there, and now I want you guys to hear a little bit of a ballad. Okay, this is a love song. This is called Love in Mexico by Carmen, let me see, by Carmen Maria and Edu Espinal. So now this is the more ballad love song. So not all mariachi sounds the same. Now it's a little bit of vocals, as you can hear, okay, more soothing type of thing, but it's not, not lyrical. Let me just say that. Okay. All right, and that's where two. Okay, that was again "Love in Mexico" by Carmen. I'm trying to get it all. Carmen Maria and Edu Espinal. And then the other song that you heard earlier was Fiesta de la Vida by Aaron Kenny. Okay. And there are many more songs. You guys can definitely sample off of YouTube, different mariachi music. Okay. And the different styles of mariachi music, like the ones I previously mentioned, like cumbia, and I should say baladas and valses and all of that stuff. Okay. But there you go, guys. That is mariachi music in a nutshell. I certainly hope you enjoy it. I challenge you guys to listen to some more mariachi music on your own. Okay, it's always good. I decided to go over this too because nothing musical per se, but a big part of music and creating music is to learn about culture and history of music, whether it be from one part, whether we be from our neck of the woods or from another part of the world. Okay, when we learn about those different cultures and different historical aspects of music, we could definitely be able to be inspired and create something new from that, because that's what music does. It always changes. You have a style that lasts for a while, and then we continue to stem from there and get better, and have create a different style from that. Okay. And that's all I have to say, everybody. Once again, give yourselves a nice round of applause for listening with me and getting to know a little bit about mariachi music, authentic from Mexico. And what else can I say? I want to give my general shout outs to my friends in South America, as well as in the United States, and my friends in the UK, in Australia, in China, and Japan, who continue to watch me, and India and the Philippines. You guys definitely continue, and of course my Patreon members. Thank you so very much for all of your support. Okay, watching me of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. I can't wait till next week to give you a new lesson on something else, my seniors and special needs friends. And what else can I say? But I wish you happy practicing, everybody. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye bye, guys.